All right, welcome into another edition of Keeping Up with Douglas Athletics. We're going to talk a little boys basketball here. And Coach, how's things been going with you? I've been out of town in New York. I kind of unattached myself to all sports related things while I was gone. So kind of catch me up and everyone else up who may not have been able to come out and watch you guys play.
Everything's going well on the boys' side. We have kind of got a little win streak going right now. Kind of been playing well. Finally starting to come together and figure some things out. Had 3 area games, 2 since last time we talked, but 3-0 in area. So that's big time going into Christmas. And got one more game before Christmas break. Got to play DAR Friday. So hopefully we can get a big home win that night, and that will put us in the Christmas tournament.
Coach, I went on a little streak here. Y'all started out kind of slow, and then the next thing you know, something clicked. What is that? Or can you explain it, or is it a culmination of things, or what?
Well, like I said before, we've got a lot of young guys and a lot of older guys, and that's mixing oil and water. And we went through a lot of hardships early, just trying to, a lot of disciplinary issues, guys figuring out, and we had our guys that were freshmen, they were playing 8th grade basketball last year. And when you're playing 8th grade basketball and then in less than a year you're playing varsity guys, you're playing grown men, that's a change. And they had to adjust. I had one of them told me after the Sardis game, Coach, I couldn't feel my legs the first half. Like, I just wasn't used to this atmosphere. And so, we had to throw them in the fire a lot. By now, I feel like they're feeling good. They feel relaxed. They feel like they're varsity guys. And we're starting to mesh, starting to come together as a team, and that makes a difference.
Yeah.
It really makes a difference. I mean, being able to play together as a team. You can have all the Jimmies and Joes, but if they're not playing together, it doesn't matter. But you can have guys that are average and play together, you can beat anybody.
What of these? Let's start with the young guys, and then we'll talk about the older guys. What's the biggest change you've seen in these younger guys during this run?
Maturity. Just be mature.
That goes for practice as well.
Oh yeah. When you're the dudes in middle school and rec ball all the way up, you're the dude. I mean, everything you do is right. And then when you move up the next level, a lot of things you're doing is not right anymore. Those habits that you did when you were younger, not acceptable at the next level. And so getting them out of bad habits is a big thing for those guys. And being able to be gotten on to more now than they used to, it was hard for them to adjust, and be able to like, wait a minute, I've always been the dude. Now, I'm the one getting yelled at in practice. But they responded well, and they overcome some of that, and now they realize that's just part of it. And they're accepting the coaching, accepting the being criticized, and now they've built off of it.
Right.
And guys like that can go 2 ways. They can look at it and be like, hey, I'm not dealing with this, I'm going somewhere else.
Shut down, quit.
They'll run some other school. These guys accepted it, and now our seniors have accepted that. So now I feel like, we're starting to mesh.
Good mesh.
Yep.
Now let's talk about those seniors and some of these, maybe some of these juniors, but some of these older guys that's been around the program, they know you, they know what to expect, and they know the expectations there. Right. What's changed in them? Because obviously they're doing a better job as well.
Right. I mean, it's just one leadership role. Those guys have been in the program, but they've not really had to be the leaders. They've always had good senior classes the past few years. And so now they're in that senior role, and they set back a little bit early, and now they're like, no. Once we kind of started down, they came back and said, no, we're going to make sure this thing goes right. And they started demanding more of those younger guys. And so it put them in more of a leadership role. It humbled these guys, and you put it together, it started to work.
Gotcha. Now, coming up on a weird situation here, you've got a momentum you probably don't want broken, but we got Celebrate Christmas, so that's positive. Right. You got DAR coming up, which is always very good. Right. I mean, but let's talk about how you're going to handle this week right here, the remainder of this week and over and through Christmas.
Longest break we've had in the season. We played Saturday. Had 4 games last week. We don't play till Friday. So the longest break we've had. The good thing is we're somewhat out of school. Kids missing, not being here with semester exams. So we've been able to have a good bit of practice. And got a few guys that are sick, hoping to get them back by Friday. But we've kind of got I guess the way Christmas works out this year, we're able to practice sporadically and not really have a big break. So it's going to kind of work out the way the schedule works out. But our Christmas tournament, we're going to be missing multiple guys. They're going to be going somewhere, and that's assuming we don't have other guys that are sick. So Christmas, we're hoping we're going to play a really good schedule. Go to Scottsboro, play Scottsboro, Section, and Plainview.
Jeez.
It's going to be a battle. But
was the Knicks not available?
It's going to be a fun tournament. Even if we take a big beating, it's all right. It's missing some guys, let some guys get some good reps in. I think either way it'll be a positive.
No doubt. And Coach, how do you handle, again, we're in a situation where we had Thanksgiving week. Mm-hmm. Well, this one's even kind of worse. Right. You've already had a big delay this week. You play one, and then you got that week, the weekend coming up, and then Christmas holiday. How do you handle that practice-wise?
You just have to run them a whole lot more. I mean, it's just they came in, after Thanksgiving. I think we talked about it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
They were dying. They were absolutely dying. And I just ate regular food. I'm like, yeah, but it's not your drinking diet. And we are on them about their diet, about what they drink. We took them out last night. Took them out to get pizza and went and watched one of our former players, Jalen Spain, plays at Snead. So we got to go out and watch them. And
they got a win in overtime, didn't they?
It did. Won in overtime. It was an awesome game. And before I even realized it, they've all ordered Mountain Dews, Dr. Peppers, and all that, sweet teas. And I'm like, guys, I'll tell you what, this is kind of your, a small gift to you. Enjoy it tonight, but y'all can't do this consistently. Yeah. And that's what I worry about, what they're putting in their bodies, because, flu's going around, the weather's changing, that messes with you a lot. That's our biggest concern is, hey, take care of your body during this break. That's probably the most important thing they can do. And
it being Christmas, maybe you have this, maybe you don't have the battle. Do you have guys leaving for, family out of town and stuff?
That's where, like I said, we're missing 3 guys on that. We played the 26, 27, 28. They're going to be gone those days.
Man.
And I got one more that's going to be there, but when they come back, I'll lose him as a starter for our first game against Cherokee County coming back on the 4th. So it's just part of it. You just kind of, and I encourage our guys to go on these trips and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you get to be young once.
That's right.
Your family, that's important. Right. So I don't discourage it. I kind of hope we plan around it, but sometimes it happens, and I understand. And but it's just opportunities for other guys to step up.
That's right.
Play different roles, and we just move on and play with what we got and see what happens.
Overall, make your team better.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you sitting in, man, and that's all we got right now. We do want to send out, prayers out for Coach Miller. He's going through some things right now.
Yes.
So we'll keep everybody updated as that goes. I know some people like to keep that in wraps, whatever, but just keep him in your prayers.
Yes, please pray for Coach Mitchell. I know he's struggling right now. He wants to be here.
Yeah.
But what he does for this program, I'm realizing how much he really does, and as far as me and him working together, I sure do miss him. I miss him a lot, but his team does, and but his health is most important. Like I said,
100%.
Health is just so important, and we've been praying. We do ask everybody, just please pray. That's what he needs more than anything is prayer. Him, especially Coach Miller, JV coach who's taking over, he definitely needs help. Prayer, but he's doing a great job, and I'm trying to help him, support him as much as we can. But he's doing an outstanding job. They're not going to miss a beat with Coach Miller. But please, everyone, continue to pray for Coach Miller.
Yeah, and I got their names backwards. That's my bad. But yeah, no, absolutely, we will. And any kind of updates, we'll give them as the family or the school wants to do. But just know to keep Coach Mitchell in your prayers. Right. Thank you, guys.